Okay, dear Manchester United fans, I know that a lot of Manchester United fans are all about sack the manager, sack Ruben Amorim, sack, sack, sack. But the question is, which manager are you going to bring right now that will be able to steady the ship at Manchester United? Remember, we've brought a lot of managers at the club, and at the end of the day, the fans will clamor, sack the manager. And the question is, why are we always sacking managers? Let me take you back down memory lane. 1986, Alex Ferguson coming to the club. Manchester United didn't have the amount of the level of pedigree, the level of recognition Manchester United have now. Yes, they didn't have it when Alex Ferguson came to Manchester United. He actually gambled on Manchester United with a lot of things, and at the end of the day, he succeeded. And by 2013, Alex Ferguson successfully turned Manchester United into a global brand, an iconic football club. And it attracted a lot of people, a lot of endorsement, a lot of brands, a lot of players dreamt about playing for Manchester United. And this is where Manchester United problems started. Alex Ferguson leaving Manchester United 2013, appointing David Moyes to come take over Manchester United. Manchester United fans already saw Alex Ferguson, already saw Manchester United under the tutelage of Alex Ferguson. And every Manchester United manager that was to come would be measured by the success Alex Ferguson had already. And if anyone does not measure up to that, they have to leave the club. This is the standard of Manchester United fans and Alex Ferguson at the club. Yes, there were a lot of characteristics that made Manchester United a brand, a very big football club. Yes, first of all was discipline. The discipline Alex Ferguson brought to the club. First of all was the toughness Alex Ferguson was with the club. A lot of players did not really enjoy Alex Ferguson, but they enjoyed the success they had with Alex Ferguson on the field of play. And that kept a lot of players back. And that is why you see a lot of Manchester United legends being too critical of everybody at Manchester United at the moment because of what they went through with Alex Ferguson. And a lot we have had David Moyes, who couldn't fit in. Then we brought in Ralf Rangnick, who opened up to say that Manchester United actually needed an open heart surgery. Jose Mourinho came to Manchester United and made it very clear that Manchester United, instead of being a football club, is rather a financial club. And this is where I want to take you guys to. Who made Manchester United a financial club? Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward was the chairman of Manchester United during this period. And all of the players he would sign at Manchester United would be players who had names already in different parts of the world to come to Manchester United and help Manchester United generate revenue. The players who had not won the Champions League, who had not won the FA Cup, would come to Manchester United and earn exorbitant amount of money. The likes of Harry Maguire, the likes of Wan-Bissaka, and all of the foreign players Ed Woodward had to bring in. The likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Alexis Sanchez, like Juan Mata. He brought in Radamel Falcao. He brought in Angel Di Maria from Madrid. He brought in a lot of iconic players who would come to Manchester United, sell off jerseys, sell off the stadium, and not perform practically well. And this has to affect Manchester United negatively because every manager that comes to Manchester United have to manage egos. Did you get that? We have to manage egos. These players are earning exorbitant amount of money. Every manager would have to manage the ego of the player. You come into the club, this player comes to the club and say they've achieved a lot at other places and they cannot come to Manchester United and start doing this or start doing that. Notice, Manchester United was a club going through a rebuild, but Ed Woodward would consign himself to bring in the likes of Radamel Falcao, who likes to bring the likes of Ibrahimovic, who would come to the club with the ego and to brush that, to actually make their ego reign supreme. And with all of these players around the club, Manchester United will not be able to perform. And that has always amounted to sack the manager because the manager would not be able to manage these egos at the club. And now, Ed Woodward has resigned. Manchester United is looking for a way to perform on the pitch. But the question is, all of these players that he signed, have they all left? We still have the likes of Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United. We still have the likes of Harry Maguire at Manchester United. We have Dalot. We have Dalot. We have Altay Bayindia, even if nobody was signed up. We have these players who are being paid exorbitant amount of money but not performing at Manchester United. And until Manchester United get rid of these players, that are the remaining members of the bomb squad, Manchester United will not go anywhere. We have to let all of these players go. At the end of the day, when all of these players go, then you would understand that Manchester United have to go through a rebuild. Rebuilding a club does not mean that you have to go out there to be buying big name players. Ronaldo returning to Manchester United did not end well. All of these players we went outside to sign, the Falcaos and the Ibrahimovic, coming back to Manchester United, all of those players didn't end well. When Ruben Amorim came, he has been the only manager that has been able to pinpoint a lot of problems at Manchester United, changing the cultural shift at Manchester United. And what you will notice is what we saw last season, we are seeing this season. Players giving up on the coach. Players giving up on the coach. Each and every season, we see players giving up on the coach. And the solution that I am going to offer here is this: get rid of these players. We still have them in our team. We've gotten rid of Marcus Rashford. We've gotten rid of Jadon Sancho. We've gotten rid of Wan-Bissaka. We've gotten rid of the other players, Alejandro Garnacho and all of them. We need to get rid of Bruno Fernandes. We need to get rid of Diogo Dalot. We need to get rid of Harry Maguire. We need to get rid of Luke Shaw. Get this player out of Manchester United. We need to get out Casemiro, and we need to get out Ugarte. And when we do all of this, then we can actually understand that Manchester United right now is going through a rebuild. Not all of these overpaid players. These players are mostly the problem at Manchester United, not the coach. I'm telling you, not the coach. Manchester United fans are seeing every coach through the lenses of Sir Alex Ferguson. And Manchester United went away. Manchester United drifted away from football in the era of Ed Woodward, when he was doing all of his financial magic. And now if Manchester United have to come back to that place where we are so that we can move ahead, we have to get rid of all of these players that were signed in this era, because they are mostly the players who are giving up on the coach. The Brunos, the Harry Maguires, the Shaw, the Dalot, the Casemiro, all of them have to go. And we have to support Ruben Amorim 100% in rebuilding this team. If not, Manchester United bring in another coach and we will still sack that one too. Yes. I'll see you again in my next video.